Well, hello friends, I'm Monty with Guard Dog. Today I'm going to show you a little setup instructional video for those of you who's purchased your new Guard Dog and haven't had a chance to use it yet. They're fast and easy to set up. In your package, of course, you'll find your Guard Dog and your tension string and your tension string adjuster. To begin with, you'll set up your rod holder in a mostly upright position. The Guard Dog works best when the pole's in a mostly upright position. It doesn't have to be exact, but you'll just attach the bottom loop of your tension string to your rod holder. I've got this one attached to a rod holder with just a little swivel for demonstration today. Normally, I'll fasten my tension string to my ground stake on my rod holder. I just set the tension string underneath when I shove my rod holder in the ground and it's all set up. But you can attach the tension string to basically anything that'll contain the rod bend when the Guard Dog is set up. You can attach it to a reel handle, your rod holder. A lot of people use the spring rod holders. They just wrap it around one of the springs. You can attach it to a simple tent ground stake in front of the rod holder, your ground stake. Attach it to anything secure in a boat, just as long as it holds the rod bend. Now, to use your Guard Dog, again, it's very, very easy. You'll just cast your bait out and you'll stand your pole in your rod holder. It doesn't matter what type of reel you're using. People use bait casters, spinning reels, all different kind of reels. It doesn't matter. The Guard Dog will work great on all of them. But you want your rod tip eyes facing the water. The Guard Dog works with the rod eyes facing the water. Now, to begin with, you're going to take your Guard Dog in one hand and you're going to set it up and adjust it to approximately 2/3 the length up the pole to begin with. You can adjust it later with your little tension adjuster if you need to adjust your rod bend a little bit, but start off about 2/3 the way up the pole. Now, I'm using one hand, excuse me, but I'm going to bend the rod pole down and I'm going to place the fishing line in the center groove of the Guard Dog. I'm going to stick the little Guard Dog nose into the rod tip eye, and I'm slowly going to raise my pole. It's that easy. Your fishing line is in your top groove going out to the water, and your little nose is in the rod tip eye. Now, the Guard Dog has a unique patent-pending adjustable trigger setting system on this. It's very fast and easy to adjust your trigger settings, from catching really small fish to great big fish, by simply where this tension string attaches to your Guard Dog. You'll manually move it to the left towards the L for lighter setting, or you'll move it to the right towards the H for a heavier setting. That will actually take this little nose and move it. On the heavier settings, it will move the nose in to a heavier trigger setting just by simply sliding the tension string towards the heavy. If you move it to the L, to the light portion, it'll take the nose and it'll take it closer to tripping. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Right now, we're in just about a middle position on the tension string, and you can notice the nose setting in the Guard Dog. As I turn the tension string towards the heavier setting, you'll see that nose go in much deeper for a heavier trigger. People use this for really strong river currents. Some people use it for slow trolling on a boat. It really takes a lot of pressure to trip the rod when that's set on a heavier setting. Now you can adjust that, like I say, anywhere from a heavy setting clear down to a hair trigger just by moving your little tension string. You can move it anywhere you want. Watch the little nose. It'll just basically, as you move this tension string to the lighter position, it'll go in further towards tripping until you can get it to the point where you want to use it. If you're fishing calm waters, you'll probably want to use a lighter setting. But you can actually move that as close to tripping as possible, but don't move it too far because your rod tip will come loose. It will trip your rod tip if you move it too far. So I always just watch my little nose and I set my trigger adjusting to the water currents. Now when you're setting up your guard dog, like I said before, I'll start off at about a 2/3 bend, just for the start, but I'll adjust that based on my rod bend tension. You never want to set your guard dog up more than half of a maximum rod bend, because when a fish does strike, it will pull the end of your rod a little bit. So you never want to be at a maximum rod bend when using a guard dog. Leave yourself a little extra room for that bend when a fish strikes. Now the guard dog is awesome for using for night fishing. When you're night fishing, if you're like me and getting a little older, I can't see my fishing line near as well at night. I can't watch my rod tip as close. The guard dog automatically knows when that fish takes off running. So I don't have to be looking and trying to squint my eyes to see my line. They're like having an extra set of eyes and hands. A lot of times I might want to cast for some bait while I'm out fishing. I'll put my guard dogs on my other rods. And even when I'm busy doing something else, like casting for bait or answering a text or pouring some coffee or stirring a campfire, whatever, I know when that fish strikes suddenly, the guard dog's going to hook it for me. Excellent tool. Now, with the guard dog set up, like I say, a person's reaction time is not near as quick as your guard dog. If you noticed how fast that triggered when I just barely tugged on the line, well, that's how fast a fish will normally take off on you when you're not watching. They do wonderful with circle hooks. They do wonderful with Kell hooks, with J hooks. If you haven't seen a guard dog on duty, they'll truly make a believer out of you. They'll help you catch more fish. I hope this little video helped explain a little more on how to set up and use your new guard dog. We appreciate your business. Have a great day and tight lines.